Hi, you guys. Today we're going to do three-dimensional Papercraft tropical fish. And I'm going to do another series or another painting that is just going to be kind of an island and under the water, and these are going to float by. So it'll be a fun one. So it's kind of a two-part series, but kind of not. Anyway, I've got a clownfish and like a parrotfish and just three tropical fish. So I've drawn this on watercolor paper or a Bristol board, and I drew them on the right side, and then you can fold it over, and you can do it the other way too. So basically when I cut them out, I should be duplicating and having more than, well, I should have two so that I can glue these together and maybe give it a little bit of a filling and glue them on a stick. At least that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. So I want to start off with some little brushes to start filling in some of the paint in the area. So I'm going to use this little brush right here, and I want to start off with a little bit of orange, and I'm just trying to make sure that I paint the right area. So a little bit of yellow and a little bit of orange to start off with. And I want to kind of come in and just paint the face. You can go outside the lines because we're going to be cutting this anyway, so don't worry too much about that. And I just want to make sure that those are the places that I want to paint orange. All right, so I've got some orange for my first one. I do want to paint the white because the paper is kind of off-white, so we won't do that just yet. The next one we want to paint is going to be kind of I think it's a parrotfish. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we're going to do yellow. So we'll add a little bit of yellow. The top here, maybe just a little bit of yellow here, and also on the tail. Then I want to just touch into the smallest little bit of blue, a little bit more of that yellow and a little bit of white to kind of get like a lighter kind of green, or I think technically that's a chartreuse color. We'll just add a little tiny bit to the tail fin. Maybe a little bit in the face here. Then we want to go ahead and add a light blue to a majority of this. So I'm going to take a scoop of white, a little dab of blue, to get a lighter blue color, and I want to make it just a slight little kind of aqua color. This has a little tiny bit of green to it. And we're going to paint a majority of this with this color. And I got a little bit of a darker blue. And we'll make this just a little bit lighter. Add a little bit of that color for the fin. And then just kind of streak it in. And for the tail as well. Maybe a little bit of darker blue at the end of the tail. And then I want to add a little bit of white to this underside. And try to get those colors to blend just a little. A little too much. I'm going to go back into the dark blue. There we go. Alright, so I want to go ahead and clean my brush and go into white and add that to my little clownfish. Alright, so the one that's down below, we'll call him a grumpy fish because I think that's a parrotfish. He's mostly blue with just a little bit of black and I think a tiny little bit of yellow. So we'll start off with the yellow, and a little bit in the tail. A little diamond fin. And then we'll go ahead and paint him mostly blue. And I touched into the yellow and I got a green. So if that happens, just try to scoop it out. We'll just do little lighter bits of white. All right, and we could probably just let this dry for a little bit. So just let it dry. All right, so once you've actually let it dry a little bit, we're gonna cut this out. Very important that you fold the paper so that you get an exact replica of this. I kind of put a little line where I knew the back side would be so I wouldn't get it confused, just in case, erring on the side of caution. So we're just gonna go ahead and segment these off. And I'm gonna start off with this one. And you just wanna cut around, holding the paper very tight and not letting it slip. And now I have a cutout version of this, but I also have the other side. So we're going to replicate that. We'll get there, or I'm sorry, replicate that. So now that I've got that one set of fish cut out, we'll go ahead and do the other two. And it's probably better to keep the fold so you don't let the paper slip out. So I'm going to cut away from the fold so that it keeps it intact, just in case my hand slips. And I'm just following my lines. All right, I'm still holding it tight and just cut around and voila. Got another duplicate. Make sure my line is there. And then I have one more, so same thing. We want to cut away from the fold. All right, so now I've got my other duplication. So I've got 3. All right, I'm sorry, I've got 3 different fish, 2 of each of the fish. So now we want to take our pencil and kind of replicate where some of the lines are going. So this line cuts up and over. This line, well, eventually. We've got these curved lines at the end. All right, so I think I've duplicated that as well. So I'm going to look for a wide place on one of my scrap paper, and I want to duplicate this. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of yellow. I actually like how that's a little green, so I just touched into a little bit of yellow and make that little portion green. Alright, I'm going to set that off to the side and let that dry a little bit. And we'll do the clownfish next, because that one's a little more complex. And clownfish can go... Alright. Alright, we'll set this orange off to the side to dry a little, and go ahead and start to, oh goodness. We'll start to paint up this fish, so we'll start off with a little bit of yellow first. Get a little on the tail, a little bit right here. All right, make a little bit of that green again. And we'll just set this one off to the side to dry. We'll go ahead and take this one and get a little bit of a thinner brush. We'll add a little bit of, well, you know what? We need to add the brown first. So a little bit of orange, a little touch of black. I still have some actually, that works out well. I'll go ahead and just do that for my little clownfish too. All right. I'll just fill in with the black, just like I did for the other one. All right, I'm gonna just put that off to the side to dry, and now we'll go ahead and outline our clownfish. And we'll just put that off to the side. And this one, we'll try to create the little eye. A bit of yellow. A bit of blue in this. Ooh, that might be too much. All right, we'll just leave that as the eye. Okay. And we'll put this one off to dry. Well, they all need a little dose of drying, so go ahead and just let it dry. All right, so I let it dry, and while I was letting it dry, I collected some items. So I've got 3 dowels, or 3 tiny little sticks. You can use a popsicle stick. You could probably even use a straw, just something that's, you know, long and stick-like. Anyway, I also got some cotton balls as well because we want to stuff them, so they're kind of 3-dimensional. So I kind of have 2 for each, and it might be too much. It depends on the fish, but anyway, I've plugged in my hot glue gun, and we want to ensemble these. So first we want to look and see which is the driest one, because that would be probably a good idea. And they should line up perfectly because we cut them out that way. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is glue this part first, just so that I can kind of get a seal and start to stuff it a little. So, oops, and I created a string, awesome. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue a little bit of these along the edges, just so that I can glue those shut and then eventually stuff it. So I'm gonna use scissors to kind of press it together. And I am just going to leave that off to the side and let that just cure a little. So I'll move on to my next one. This one's pretty dry. Line them up. And then we'll go ahead and just do the same thing. So we'll go back to the first one, and there's a little bit of an opening in here. I'm going to take the stick and open it up a little and just start to feed in a little bit of this cotton ball. I'm sewing, it's kind of like batten, or I don't know, the stuffing inside pillows. Put a little bit more in there. I'm going to probably break it off in little pieces, just so you don't overstuff it. All right, so I'm going to put the stick in here and make sure that I can adhere the stick to that. And we want to glue all this shut, so I might have to do it in 2 sections. And we'll do it on this side. I'm going to add a little bit more so the stick is a little more secure. And then do the same thing. You find a little different space. Just push that into place. Probably need to glue a little bit more, but at least the stick is secure. Okay. A little bit more on that other side as well. All right, go ahead and glue that. Go ahead and just go the whole roundabout way. Just push it into place. All right, I'm just going to cut off that little tiny bit of cotton that popped through. And really we can cut off any of the white pieces that are kind of not aligned again. All right, you can also take your paintbrush and swipe on a little bit more color if you feel you need to. Otherwise, there's one. So it'll just kind of swim. All right, so there's the one. And we'll go ahead and do a cute little fish, our clownfish. And we'll get some cotton. Oh, I guess I only used one cotton ball. I'll use that for another craft. And I'm just going to tuck a little in. All right, and just kind of tidy up some loose ends. Go ahead and re-glue where you feel you need to. All right, so there you have it, fish. So you can make more of these, you can make less of them. If you make more, you'll have a school of fish. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to do another video where I'm going to take these and we're going to put them in water. But yeah, kind of a fun project, just swimming with the fishes. Okay, a whole different connotation on that one. But anyway, you guys, that is pretty much tropical fish and fun paper craft, but you can have them go back and forth. Anyway, fun project, you guys. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you the finished product and watch the fish swim across. All right, you guys. And here is your habitat for your undersea fish. And they can just keep swimming. So I don't know, you guys. Kind of a fun project. You can kind of tie the two together. You can actually even glue these on here if you wanted. You can make a different underwater scene. I may do another video with some more coral and underneath. So we'll stay tuned for that. It is summer, so you know, we're just gonna try to do the summer, do the seasons, do the holidays. So anyway, you guys, this is a fast fish. Anyway, you guys, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.